Hey everybody, before we get into today's episode of the Dummy Time Podcast, I want to take a moment to talk about our new sponsor, W Energy. If you're tired of the usual energy drinks packed with fillers and artificial ingredients, W Energy is here to change the game. They've created a clean energy formula that is free from maltodextrin, artificial coloring, and unnecessary additives. What sets W apart is their focus on cognitive performance. Their unique blend includes vitamins and nootropics, with the star ingredient being neurofactor. This patented extract from high-quality coffee cherries has been clinically shown to boost brain performance so you can stay sharp and energized throughout your day. And here's the best part. You can enjoy all of this without breaking the bank. If you're ready for that big energy boost, head over to their website and use code SCIENCE at checkout to get 10% off your order. That's SCIENCE and get 10% off of every order. And it lets them know that we sent you. A big thank you to W Energy for giving us the extra kick we need and for sponsoring today's show. Now, let's get into the episode. So I just got a call from somebody who apparently was just hanging out with some friends. They called and they went, "Hey, I know you're probably busy. I just wanted to let you know the girl from the movie Teeth." You all are familiar with the movie Teeth, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She goes, "The girl from the movie Teeth, her vagina is a mimic." And proceeds to hang up.
Not wrong.
So this hello, we got there's a bunch of people in here. We got Striker, Newt, John, and Joe.
Hello there.
Hello.
Yeah.
Striker's about to start killing people.
Yeah.
Who?
That was the call I just got. That was why I was like, hold on a second.
That's huh.
Yeah. I was just confused.
I would be just as confused.
I looked and the person calling and I was like, okay. Wasn't expecting a phone call from this person unless, something bad was happening. So I was expecting like I got into a car accident or this happened or this happened. Nope. The girl from Teeth's vagina is a mimic.
That blows my mind. That's like some stoner in a shower type of thought.
I think it was a bunch of people all stoned sitting around talking about it. I don't know how they got on the topic of the fucking movie Teeth.
Oh no, but I know a couple of guys to go near anybody's vagina because of it.
Dude, that movie was fucking hilarious. I don't care what anyone says. That movie
so
was
bad.
fucking
It was
hilarious.
funny.
It wasn't that it was bad. It was fucking hilarious.
Not only is there a movie, but now there's a musical.
What?
There's a musical for Teeth?
There's a musical for Teeth.
There's a Broadway musical, and it's actually doing really well on Broadway.
You're bullshitting me. That can't be.
No.
That is.
No.
I'm not.
Nope.
I'm fucking real here.
I have to confirm it now.
Right now.
It's not that I don't trust you, Joe. It's that...
The picture.
Oh my god, Teeth the musical. He's absolutely right.
Oh my Christ.
An apple
poster.
With teeth.
Yep.
Oh my god. Christ.
Stop.
What's the top song? Just this lady bitten off my or bit my dick off with her coochie.
Right, like
what?
Like
hold
what's
up,
the fucking...
I gotta this real quick. Hold on.
Like what is how do you make a musical? Like, oh no, I accidentally circumcised my boyfriend. Like, what?
So the one part I've seen from the show that keeps popping up on TikTok for me is her at her gynecologist's office in the chair in the fucking thing, and like he makes a whole song of like the whole procedure. Like he keeps going scoot up, and then like puts her in the stirrups.
What deranged cokehead sat in his basement one day and was like, you know what? That movie Teeth would sure make a great fucking musical.
Okay, so first off, that just like my other favorite like niche horror film musical, that musical has a splash zone.
I'm fucking
Seriously?
sorry. What?
I'm dead.
So
hold up.
For blood splatter.
Yeah, assumed as much.
It's got a fucking splash zone.
But my favorite horror movie musical, Evil Dead the musical, also had a splash zone.
Yeah, I could see that.
And that musical is amazing. Literally, the best song in the entire show is "What the fuck was that?"
I would see Evil Dead the musical. I just don't know if Teeth the musical would be the top on my
Apparently,
list of
it's
things to
phenomenal.
see.
So I had a theater professor who I haven't talked to in a long time. Like we talk like maybe once a year. Just reach out to me. He was like, I just saw a new musical that came out. You need to go see it. I'm like, oh my god, I don't have time to go see musicals. I love you, but this is no. He's like, no,
Need to see it.
like you need to see it. I'm not gonna tell you about it. It's called Teeth. I'm like the movie, and he's like, there's a movie.
There's a movie? Oh my
That's
god, we're
amazing.
now going to be getting into the weird like part of time where there's going to be people who be like, "Yeah, this musical Teeth. You mean the movie? Oh, there's a movie? Yeah." And then there are people going to be rediscovering the cult classic Teeth,
That one.
where some girl's vagina bites off a guy's dick in a cave.
Okay, but there's a
Well
also
deserved. It was well deserved to happen in the cave.
yeah,
Oh
there's an
yeah.
episode of Torchwood where there's this chick that she kills. She's like an alien, and she kills men by absorbing their life force, but she gets their life force at peak orgasm.
Wait.
That sounds like a Torchwood episode. I think I remember that one.
Yeah, that sounds. Yeah, I was gonna say.
So yeah, she's like she takes this guy into the bathroom. They're taking him in the bathroom, and then he just starts burning up. And I'm like, oh god.
Johan,
I
in case
love
you don't
the
know, Torchwood was Doctor Who for adults. Quite literally, it was the same characters from Doctor Who, but just an
but
adult-oriented
not
show.
including Doctor Who.
Yeah, it
Just
didn't.
They
One
didn't
episode.
actually
One episode
include
had
him.
David Tennant. One episode
Yeah.
had David Tennant's Doctor.
It
But
it was a pansexual fucking masterpiece
God
because
damn, that man was
it was
gorgeous
such a
though.
good show.
Oh,
Dude, the
I
guy.
wrote off the fact for a long time people said that I look like John Barrowman, and I'm just like, ah, yes, fucking thank you.
John
why
Barrowman
would
as a
you?
human being is amazing.
That one.
He's fucking hilarious.
Him in Green Arrow.
Yes.
Yes.
Such a good character.
He was the best villain of the entire Arrowverse.
Oh, agreed.
Just
Agreed.
that
Yeah,
like
yeah.
sort of
Meanwhile,
But fucking so
I'm over here
Torch.
like Team Flash.
Nah, it's all heroes only as good as their villains, and he had a great villain.
I do like the Flash though. I love the Flash series.
I like
never
Barry
got into
Allen,
it.
like he's phenomenal. But
I like
everybody
the whole
else on that
series.
show
Is
is
so
kind of
good.
a just bitch.
I don't know. I like that whole show.
No, it's good. No, so you know what one of my favorite moments from Torchwood is the first they bring in another guy from Barrowman's race, like his like species, because he's not technically human.
Right?
And
Yeah.
they're driving him in the car, and he's just like looking at everything out there, like, oh my god, everything's so sexy. He's like, holy god, what
Wasn't
the
it the
hell is
same
that?
guy who played Spike?
Yep,
Yeah.
it was, and he was just like, oh my god, what the hell is that thing? Like that she's beautiful. Like that's the most beautiful creature I've ever seen. And they're like, that's a poodle. And
That's
I'm
a
like,
poodle.
Jesus.
Yeah. Well, that's the whole joke with Jack with Captain Jack was that he didn't care what it was
So no,
as long as it
he
fit.
does. He does. No. So actually Jack Harkness is actually considered the rule of thumb when it comes to ethical non-human intimacy.
Ethical non-human intimacy.
No, seriously. So
The
is
fact
it
that there's a
of
term for it already.
is it of age in its species? Can it verbalize consent?
There's gonna be a whole bunch of people in some back ass. There's guaranteed
So
one
like
guy in
if it
some
was an
back ass
immature
Wood
alien
County.
species and even if it could consent, then it's not ethical. If it is a non-human species that is of age but can't consent, it's not ethical. Like he never betrays that. even as
I'm-
as much shit as he fucks, he never once breaks that rule.
Wow.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
I
There is
felt
some.
dirty after you
I
said
feel like there's
that.
so much to unpack in
I-
that explanation.
I mean, you did not need to say that aggressively, okay? Like, that,
No, but it's
that-
actually
I
no.
legitimately feel like I have to shower.
Go fuck.
Okay, but for some reason, the non-ethical side,
Dude.
I'm just a Klingon going.
Right.
I'm just telling you. There's some back ass woods country dude. There's one of them. There's at least one who listens to our show once in a while is gonna hear this episode and go look at his fucking pet goat. Have it here. Go Mah, and be like, good
How
enough.
many people do we know that are monster fuckers? Like,
Oh, so many monster fuckers in our community.
Excuse me.
Am I missing something? I don't think I know any.
Oh, you know.
Oh, you
like
do.
half. I would say half the people you've talked to that you've met on the other side of things are monster fuckers.
I guarantee you,
Really?
there's one person you know in your personal life that you went, hey, would you fuck Mothman? They'd go, fuck yeah, I'd fuck Mothman and the Jersey Devil.
He's caked. Fuck yeah.
Have you seen his statue?
What?
You know what? Hold up.
You never seen the statue of Mothman?
Oh, I have. Yes.
John,
Dude.
go look it up right now. Like
Yeah.
Mothman's
When
ass.
You
Dude,
ever?
Mothman, the statue of Mothman in West Virginia has got an ass on. He made fucking Nicki Minaj look like a like a baby.
If you
He's
had a
got
choice,
cake.
what
Like
horror
I could stick a fucking beer bottle between them cheeks
monster
and just go.
would you fuck? I'm straight up asking my roommate. If you had a choice, what horror monster would you fuck?
It's not specifically horror monster,
No, it's
like in the sense
monster.
of horror
It's
movie.
just-
It's monster. So cryptids or anything. It could be
Or
a
monster in
squonk.
general.
It could be
God,
John, you laughed so hard you broke your mic.
Hold on. Hold on. The first fucking thing that comes up is a Reddit thread that says people need to stop putting corners in Mothman's ass. I love that.
Yep. Yeah,
They
Mothman's got cake.
They stuck dollar. There's a picture with dollar bills in this man's ass cheeks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mothman probably
Stop sticking quarters in Mothman's ass.
Like, okay. Humans are weirder than me. That's the first.
Who is stuffing quarters in Mothman's ass?
So many
Listen.
people.
Listen, Mothman, when he flaps his wings,
no,
the
like,
shockwave
this
doesn't come from his
literally-
wings; it comes from his
Okay,
ass cheeks
no,
clapping.
okay.
No,
you
like
wanna-
when
you
it's
wa-
the general internet search, like that's all that pops up. It's like literally like who like man shoves dollar bill up Mothman's butt. Like who's shoving quarters up Mothman's ass? Person sticks flip flop in Mothman's.
So when I Google top monster fucker monsters, just like to see what just comes up as like the top tier list, I of course get my goddamn man crush, which is Hugh Jackman in Van Helsing turned into werewolf form.
I totally forgot that
What
Van
the hell
Helsing
was
in that
that?
movie had a werewolf form.
Oh, you eat a 6-pack. He
You
had
guys
pecs.
okay?
You're like, oh. And then right next to it is one of the most popular books in that genre, the fucking milking farm, about the milkmaid who works at the Minotaur milking farm.
Wait, why do I know of that? I
It's
read
all
something
over.
about
It's all over.
Because you're a
Book Talk.
degenerate, that's
It's
why.
all over Book Talk.
It wasn't book talk. I fucking came across it somewhere 2-3 weeks ago, and I went down that fucking hole, and I'm like, what the hell is this? I
Listen,
need to like bleach my
Fucking
eyes right now
Killer
with holy
Croc.
water. What did I just
oh my god,
read?
fucking Goro's up there. Like, yeah.
Striker, it's okay. You don't have to out yourself on your audible listen list.
Definitely don't use Audible. We'll say this: do not use Audible. But goddamn, like, okay, I read some stuff. Don't get me wrong, I read some stuff, but even that.
Oh, I know what you read.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm still trying to process that you said a Minotaur milking farm.
Oh yeah.
Like Minotaurs needed. I didn't know that Minotaurs needed.
I thought
milking.
Minotaurs were male, not. But you know what? Oh, you know
they
what?
are.
It makes sense
and
now.
it is exactly what you think it is.
Yep.
Yeah. I'll say. You know exactly what it is.
mhm.
It's not that she's going there and hooking up these little fucking machines to some udders and sucking out, Minotaur milk. No, she's getting her wrist work in.
She getting the heavy cream.
Jesus Christ.
Those lats are killer.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
fucking
have some
Pinhead.
strong ass forearms, man.
Pinhead is a fucking monster monster. Like,
Who?
Pinhead, really? You would go
Yeah.
Pinhead?
I wouldn't. He's fucking no.
Man.
See,
But
I don't ever think, whenever my friends are like, anyone I know who's like, yeah, I'm a monster fucker, I never think of like horror movie monsters. I always think of like cryptids, like specifically cryptids, like Bigfoot or Mothman or, those guys.
Oh my god, no, this is actually there's a beautiful image and I'm gonna send it. It's
Oh, God.
I know it's not bad. It's the iceberg list. Like you know how like when shit gets deep?
Oh Christ.
No.
Yeah, and it just gets progressively worse for like
Yeah, of course
the
it
witch
does.
monsters.
That's usually how
Are you
icebergs work.
on Reddit?
No, I'm just fucking Google images.
Oh.
Joe's too sophisticated for Reddit. Jesus.
I
Oh,
don't.
it did.
That was a
It
flub.
did come from Reddit, but the image, yes.
Yeah, because
But
I'm looking at the monster fucker iceberg on Reddit,
yeah,
and
because
I'm
like
a little.
the top, like your like basic ones are like vampires, werewolves, demons, merfolk, cat girls, cat boys, humanoid robots,
Hamburger
elves.
helper.
What?
Are they
Apparently,
talking about?
yeah.
Are they talking about the glove? The fucking glove?
Yes. Yes.
Oh no!
I'm sorry. What?
Yeah.
Turning the fucking
Oh.
hamburger helper glove into a DJ glove, my guy.
Oh no. Okay, so on the second tier list, those guys from Mass Effect, I can tell you exactly who they're talking about. They're talking about fucking Cade, the green dude, and they're talking about Garrus. Garrus is like the top tier on like husband list for a lot of people.
Oh, you're finally
Oh,
picking up
yeah.
my food, you asshole.
I'm trying to just look and see what some of these.
Xenomorphs.
Is it-
Shrek just gets his
Oh.
own. It's just Shrek's, not ogres. It's just Shrek.
Wait, where was Shrek? I didn't see it.
I feel
One,
like more
two,
people
three,
go
four,
for the
five,
dragon
six
in
down.
Shrek.
Yep, just Shrek. Well,
6 down left side.
do you remember that fan fiction from like when we were in high school?
No,
Huh?
Joe, I
Oh,
was too busy
God.
oiling and cleaning guns and working on a farm
No,
to
no,
read
but
fan fiction.
no, I didn't read it, but it's so famous. Like people made fucking cartoons of it, like animated YouTube videos.
Yeah, no, Joey, you're still a couple of years younger than me. I think I was in the military at that point.
Well, anyway, fucking. So this person put up this, and it was like a 5-minute fucking like short story fan fiction about their obsession with Shrek, to the point where like they were obsessed, and then all of a sudden Shrek appeared in their bedroom, and they said something, and Shrek just whispered tenderly in their ear, "Not in my swamp."
I
Why?
fucking no.
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 Mm.
No.
Oh, God.
Oh God,
Mm.
Bill Cipher's on that list.
God.
Oh.
Hold up. I want to
Not
see the.
in my
Can somebody
swamp.
send me this list?
This is my swamp.
I need
It's
to
in the
see this
side chat.
list.
It's in the side chat. Biblically accurate angels.
I get it's in the
Damn.
side chat. I don't have side chat.
Just use your phone.
Dude, I'm on
Stop.
my phone.
Oh.
It is not on
The
my phone.
cars from Cars.
Dude, my favorite fucking horror thing I've ever seen for those was someone posted, what does it look like when the cars get undressed? And it was just this giant worm monster crawling out of
God,
McQueen's
yeah.
mouth.
Like, it's like Thomas the Tank Engine when he gets undressed and he just
Yes.
climbs out of the hole.
Oh, wait. I was looking at this on Reddit. This is the one I was talking about.
Yeah.
I love how
Oh my
we've
God!
evolved.
No! Look at the last one. Fucking Newt, you're on here.
What?
Oh my God. Newt's on the monster fuck list?
He's
Newt's
on the very bottom.
What?
No. Canadians.
No
Canadian.
fucking figure. Newt's the bottom.
Canadians. Look, Canadians are cryptids now.
Yeah. What the hell
Go
is the
figure.
meatball
Newt's the
man?
bottom.
Oh God, there was a Discord server where
Oh God.
they invited me. They were like, "Hey, let's go cryptid hunting." And they're like, "Wait, we're gonna need bait, and then also we're gonna need a secret weapon." So I became a secret weapon, and the secret weapon was they're gonna send me naked running through the woods with the armor with the blaster covered in peanut butter. And they're like, wait, no, that's just gonna create like a whole new cryptic myth. So I'm just gonna come out of the woods, making all my weird jibber jabber, and you just like,
Oh, God.
Christ.
I
Knew it would be one of those cryptids you just never
I
wanted
mean,
to
look,
see.
we basically are just doing the podcast version of the "Hear Me Out" cake. Like,
Yeah.
hear me out.
Yeah, like I'm
Don't
seeing
freak
zombies
out,
on
don't
this
freak
fucking
out,
list.
Don't freak out.
That is wild.
Hear me out,
out.
zombies, hear me out. Interchangeable parts.
No, hear me out. Hear me out. The two girls from the movie Robots.
Jesus
Hear
Christ.
me out.
What's
Hear
the
me
go?
out. The two robots from the game that came out a couple years ago that I was playing. Fuck. The two Russian robot ladies.
Oh, I know what you're
Twins.
talking about. Yeah. The
Atomic Heart.
Russian, the Atomic Heart. Yeah.
Yes, the two Russian robots from Atomic Heart.
I
Anything
want
else
to be. I want to be so not safe for work right now.
That's
Do
kind
it.
of the
We
point
can
of the
just bleep
podcast,
it.
John.
We can bleep it.
Yeah, if it gets too bad, I can always just bleep it.
Sips coffee. Today's subject: slavery.
Jesus.
Christ.
Hear me
We're all
out.
saying.
Hear me out. Today's subject. Like, God.
I just look, hear me out. This monster. Hear me out. This monster. And John's over there going, hear me out. Slavery.
Two types of people.
I mean,
That
listen, there's
one.
a kink for everybody, man.
Look, I'm not here to yuck on anybody's yum. You know, it's not my style.
There's an episode of Next Generation where Data gets fucking laid.
New, I appreciate the fact that you could take this fucking nightmare of a conversation that we've been having and turn around and bring it to Star Trek.
Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Kovu from Lion King 2, Simba's Pride.
Weird associates. Star Trek.
Hold up.
Listen.
Is this? Oh, we hear me out. We listen and we do not judge.
Is this correlated to Mr. Spock in any way?
But there's an entire episode where the crew of the Enterprise gets like.
And here we go.
Oh, I know this episode. I know exactly what episode he's talking about too.
Oh, don't get Nano started. I don't feel like talking about Star Trek for the next 15,
Dude, I don't like
20
Star
minutes.
Trek that much.
I do not know anything about Star Trek.
I don't like Star
Never
Trek
got
that
into
much.
it.
But
I just know this episode.
I just
And-
listen. All I know is that Newt jerks off to Patrick Stewart. Apparently,
Can you
Don't?
blame him? That man?
I can't
is
blame him. I can't blame the man.
Anyway, but there's a in the episode that like one of the security officers walks up to Data and it's like, "Are you anatomically correct?" And like, and then he's just like, "Yes, I am." And they sneak off, and then like she's a mess, and he's fine. I'm like, "Oh God!" Like,
are you anatomically correct? Why, yes, I'm like a Ken doll. Jesus Christ, fucking how?
Well,
Now, what happens? What happens when Data lets loose? What happens when he reaches his climax? Is he just like spew sparks out of his apparently anatomically correct wang, or is it like one of those dildos the fucking OnlyFans girls use? That's a tube in it that just sprays them with like sugar water.
Did you ever watch Orville?
I love Orville. I haven't watched the series.
Oh my
itself.
god!
I need
I
to watch
keep
it.
seeing it on TikTok, and I have not watched it.
Oh, it's fucking amazing. And at some point, Dr. Finn fucks Isaac.
my
Yeah.
lady loves the Orville.
It's so good.
I need to watch it.
Like it looks so good, and it looks like it actually touches on like some pretty serious subjects.
Oh, it's
too.
in my opinion, it is better than Star Trek: The Next Generation because it does everything that's Next Generation wanted to do, but it does it better.
But wasn't restricted by 1970s. 1970s
Valid.
Hollywood law.
That's traditional. 70s is traditional. I'm talking about Picard. Like the pacing of it, like it just hits all the notes that you want from Star Trek and from like what's it called? Like Next Generation Star Trek. However, it also has a lot more like offhand comedy and kind of natural conversation rather than just like let's just be stoic and spacey about things. Like
Yeah.
Y'all
Yeah,
cuddling.
the comedy in that is like it's realistic comedy because they're cracking jokes.
Yeah, it's
About-
bullshit at work comedy.
Yeah.
It's so fucking funny.
I
It's-
think
What is this like the Office in space?
I was just gonna say that. Like it's like
kind
the
of
Office in space.
kind of. It's more like what's it's like Ted. It's got Ted level comedy. It's that style where the way the guys are talking to each other at work, the way like Ted and him are hanging out, like it's just like hanging with your bros and the shit that you get up to. It's like how our kind of style.
Yeah, it's definitely a bro show. I mean, it's not a bro show in necessary of like
It
like the
absolutely
league.
not. It's a bro show, but it has that camaraderie of a bro show.
Yeah, yeah, like it's not like a bro show like the league, but like it's got that kind of same feel to it. But it's smart. In my
Actually,
opinion.
there's a character in the Orville who shows up for like a couple episodes, I think, or one or two, where he's where when his species basically go into heat, they exude a very powerful
Yes, the pheromone thing that makes everybody horny.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
but hold on. Do you realize who played him though?
yeah,
Yeah,
no,
it was it
Rob
was
Lowe.
Rob Lowe. Yeah,
It's
it's fucking
fucking
Rob
great.
Lowe.
Yeah.
I love when shows like that like bring in like actors like Rob Lowe and just let them be them. Like Rob Lowe in Parks and Rec was just Rob Lowe being Rob Lowe.
it was
Like
fucking, oh my god.
but yeah, Orville was great. There's been a lot of really good cameos in Orville too.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude. More than you can fucking name. Like
Yeah.
I'm just surprised though that like they didn't do more cameos from Star Trek people though. Like I would have appreciated that.
I can see them
Especially
not doing
given
that.
Patrick Stewart.
This episode of the Dummy Time podcast is brought to you in part by Southeast Carolina Crossroads. Addiction is a struggle many Americans suffer with. Being a slave to your vices is never a life one wants to lead, and in today's day and age, finding help with addiction, especially for men, can be just as daunting as the addiction itself. Southeast Carolina Crossroads wants to help you break free from the chains of addiction and give you the tools to help not only get out of the damaging cycle, but also provide skills and lessons to help maintain your sobriety. Their 13-week or 90-day residential program is designed to help men get the support they may desperately need to break free from their addiction and go on to live fulfilling lives without the shadows of drugs or alcohol. I have a great friend that suffered with alcoholism. It was ruining his life, his body, and destroying the person that I knew. And although I am not personally a religious person, I was able to see that the good Crossroads had done for him, and I couldn't recommend them more. So if you are a loved one or struggling to kick their addiction, give Crossroads a call at 910-549-8487 or apply online at secarolinacrossroads.com. Once again, that is 910-549-8487, or you can also apply online at secarolinacrossroads.com. Thank you, Southeast Carolina Crossroads, for helping my friend and sponsoring today's podcast.
And Seth MacFarlane's relationship.
Yeah, they
Like,
had
they're-
the doctor
They're
from Enterprise
boys. Like
boy.
You said they had the doctor from the Enterprise show?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, Crusher.
just-
Yeah.
My favorite, I think, probably one of my more favorite episodes in the sense of just how dumb funny it was the Mocklin pissing episode.
Oh, yes.
once a year.
My Jaloja.
The fucking Mocklins in general are probably one of my favorite like sets of
Fucking
characters.
chaos breed. Like
Yeah, like the husband and husband Mocklins that are on the Orville. Like the Mocklins as a species were that they had a whole arc that was just kind of like,
disrespectfully, Clyden can fucking eat shit. And
That
even
one-
though I know that he fucking can, like he needs to like just eat Mocklin shit. Like
Like that's what like kept popping up on my TikTok was like the clips with them on it. I'm like,
yeah, it's because the Mocklins. So the Mocklins, Clyden and whatever the fuck his name is,
Bordis.
Clyden and Bordis had a whole there's a whole season long arc.
and
Well,
that involved
so-
their kid though,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That
Well,
involved
so
their
okay, first
kid
off,
and
there's
involved a bunch
the
of different
issues
stuff.
within their marriage, which is a whole thing. There's the
Right.
issues with their kid, which is a whole thing. The resolution of what happens with their kid is a whole thing. Like, yeah, I thought it was some of the first off from an like LGBT television, like it's some of the most amazingly well done version of that I think I've ever seen out there. Like, it tells a story, it doesn't push an agenda, but like it's honest about the conversation and that like both
Mhm.
sides like have their feelings about it. Like, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
Like it wasn't that it was terribly done. It was just it came at a time where it was like
Needed.
it well needed in the sense of I think it did do it in the best way possible. It covered that kind of subject matter in the best way it could possibly do it. It was just it came at a time where there was so much of it that it was just like I don't want this in my funny space TV show. Going back
Well,
and watching it after the fact is when it really kind of like, oh,
Not
like
to
this is
me,
really well done.
the episode that gets me besides that is the suicide episode where like is it even like this is an entity that it's not even really possible for him to commit suicide yet somehow he did.
Oh, yeah. I don't know, the one where the one guy, the redheaded dude goes back in time was pretty rough too.
oh,
Oh,
I was just about to bring that
God.
up. So, like, for somebody who's never watched that episode and only saw like snippets on TikTok of it, bro, just the snippets I saw made me want to cry.
Man,
Yeah.
the acting in those episodes are top tier.
You know,
Oh,
Seth
yeah.
MacFarlane, you know,
I don't
he
understand
shocks
about
me
that
more of a
show is that like he bitches and moans about like, oh, I had to like eat an animal's flesh, like blah blah blah, like I had to do that. Like, you could have just been vegan, bro. Like, what was the problem?
you could have just been
You
vegan,
Coulda
bro.
just been vegan.
you didn't get transported to like the 1800s. You got transported to like the early 2000s.
Right.
Right.
Like, bro, you're in 2010.
So, like, okay, somebody spoil it for me. Like, did they actually end up like going back in time to bring him back so he didn't have like his wife and kid?
Mm,
I honestly am not 100% sure. I can't remember.
yes, that is exactly what happened. So he traveled back to the beginning of the whole thing
Right.
and made it so that he never went back in the first place.
Damn.
He closed his own time loop.
God damn, that's playing like that's legit playing
God.
God. And I'm
Yeah.
not okay with that. It like, bro, he was happy. He had a wife, he had a kid. And
Yeah.
did they wipe his memory or
No.
no? Oh, so it was
No,
just
that's the worst of it.
oh nah. If you're gonna do me dirty,
He has
wipe
to
my
live
memory.
he has to live with that.
Well,
Ugh.
doesn't that wouldn't but see that's where it gets time travel gets kind of finicky because like when you're caught in a time loop like that and you go back and you keep yourself from actually doing it in the first place, closing the time loop, wouldn't that then just erase
Well,
any
that's
memory period of what
you're
happens?
assuming that time is linear, but even
But
in
time
there it's
isn't
not.
linear.
It's not
Oh, did they go
linear.
with do they go with the split multiverse idea where once you
The
change something in the
Back to the
history,
Future. Yeah.
yeah, it creates a branch timeline or whatever?
By being outside your own timeline, you already affect your timeline and therefore
Yeah.
yeah.
Time travel. Fun stuff. One of my favorite things. It's actually one of my favorite topics.
What do you think about time travel, John? Like what's your what how do you feel about it?
In regards to what?
Like, do you think that time is linear or circular?
Or branching.
I was like, this is real complicated shit, guys.
Well, because you have the theory of time travel as a linear concept where you can go back, change something in the past that directly affects the timeline of the future that you're currently in, and you just stay on that one path. And then you have what, like Joe's saying, like circular, where you can create loops and shit. Or you have the idea of if you go and change something in the past, that creates a branch of your timeline or an alternate universe to where then it follows the path after that change. Because
Or you also have the multiverse theory.
well, yeah, that's kind of like the branching timeline theory, the multiverse theory,
Yeah.
where like
See, my thing kind of goes in line with Eureka, personally. and what happened with that.
I've
If
never watched
anybody's ever,
Eureka.
oh my god, so good, well worth it, 100%.
I've heard it's really good.
I love Eureka, and I love the other show in the same universe, Warehouse 13. I
Warehouse
think Warehouse
13,
Warehouse
love
I've
it.
13
seen
is
Warehouse 13.
So
fucking
Warehouse
amazing.
13 and Eureka are literally in the same universe, and they do crossovers.
I do. I love it.
So great. Claudia and Fargo, yes please.
Yeah, I've seen some of Warehouse 13. I never saw any of Eureka.
But like the thing with Eureka is
Same energy.
same energy, and like with the whole time loop thing is they basically go back to 1942 and whatever shit 1942, something like that happens. They come back to the future to their present time, but everything's altered. And now they have a
Yeah.
choice as to go back to what it was or keep the new future, but
Yeah.
still have the memories of the old timeline.
But it's also on paper that all time travelers are to be executed.
Right.
See,
It's
I
written
have
protocol.
I just when you say they went back to 1942 and they came back to the future, everything was changed. All I can think of was it was all just Nazis. It was just all Nazis. when they came
No,
back.
no.
America. Think like Captain America, like base, like the special base where Captain America was made. It was like
Mhm.
that. Basically, it was Los Alamos.
I
Yeah.
mean, like everything essentially stayed the same, right? Like they didn't do anything in 1942. It was
With
like they were
some
there on
minor
New Year's.
changes.
Yeah, very, very minor change.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. But when they came back, like I just went blank on her name, but one of the lead sons who has autism, very bad autism actually, Brainiac, right? Suddenly doesn't have autism. You know, so it's like,
Oh, gotcha.
dude,
So it's
yeah,
kind of like
so
Flash. It's kind of like not quite Flashpoint changes, but kind of like Flashpoint how they did it in the Flash TV
yeah,
series.
yo,
Yeah, I love time travel. I fucking love the idea of time travel. I have read so many quantum physics and like theoretical physics books, all just based on the idea of time travel.
like theoretically, it should be possible. You
It's
know,
possible to move forward in time, not backwards. Well,
It is well theoretically, and the only reason I say theoretically is because they have no. I don't think they have a way to actually prove it quite yet. But the theory
but it
in
does.
light
We already
speed travel.
have.
Oh yeah, we have proven it in light speed travel. So when you travel at light speed, when the closer you get to light speed, your
You can
little
dilate
bubble,
time two ways. You
right?
can either travel faster than light, or you can increase your gravity.
Yeah. But if you, I know about the one where you travel as fast as, if not faster than light. So when you do the light speed travel, everything around you speeds up, and then you stay in your little bubble. So
Yeah.
like, and they'll usually go to like they'll default because we were watching the Buzz Lightyear movie today. Me and my kid were, and I noticed and I realized that a lot of places will default to like, well, when you spend 1 minute in this time dilation traveling light speed, it's 1 year basically
yeah,
in normal time.
It's so the same principle applies with gravity. So like that's why black hole. So the closer you are to a black hole, the slower time is moving, and the further you're away, the faster it's moving because of the increase in gravity.
Right.
So
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I've heard. Okay, I've heard that.
it's the same principle but reverse the concept. Instead of going faster, just the time around you is moving faster because of the increase in gravity.
Huh.
So in theory, even as like minute a difference as it is like with Jupiter, and it's not that minute, but like if you were to live closer to Jupiter, time would probably move slower for you than if you lived closer to Earth.
That's kind of a cool idea. I really like the idea of time travel. I'd love to be able to just time travel somewhere. To be fair, though, I would totally let somebody shoot me into a black hole.
Oh God, no, no, no,
I don't know.
I would absolutely let
nope,
someone shoot me into a
nope.
black hole.
Spaghettification sounds fucking horrifying.
See, it sounds horrifying, but then like they don't know what happens when you come out on the other end. I want to see what happens when you come out on the other end, because who
It-
knows? That specification could just stop.
Except, so here's the thing: it doesn't because of the laws of physics. So
Yeah, but black
what's
holes
on the
break
other
laws of
side?
physics.
What's on the other side of a black hole? We don't understand. But you got to remember, the closer you are to the center of a black hole, the longer time goes by. That also includes parts of you, because as you are moving closer, your arm is further away from you than your perception, your brain. So you're going to perceive things completely differently than parts of your own body will.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
No.
All for science, man. Shoot me into a black hole. Spit me into that bitch. I'm gonna come out on the other side, and y'all are probably gonna be dead by then. But you know what? I'm gonna be.
Fucking like white people fucking just let's go to a haunted house, let's go to a haunted
don't
asylum,
fucking
let's go to black holes. Like
don't
you are the token white dude who
but
starts off every
but
horror movie.
but
don't judge me on my
for
whiteness.
science, it's
Man
for
that can't drink milk.
science.
Yeah, that's why they make robots.
No, but a robot's not gonna be able to tell you what's on the other side. That thing's gonna get squished and then destroyed, because that thing's just gonna like those components have limits, man. I mean, yes, human beings have limits too, but I
I was
mean,
gonna say.
I feel as though a human being is a little bit more elastical and can like get through a black hole. I feel like if you got through the black hole and you're able to keep your shit in a pile, maybe hold your arms and legs real
A
close, like in the
pile is
fetal
what
position.
that's not how that works. That's not how science works.
I'm saying, just
You're gonna
squish
just
yourself in a
fucking
black
you're just
hole.
gonna dive in like it's the fucking deep end of the pool. Like
Fucking
no.
cannonball, bitch, cannonball.
I mean,
Fucking cannonball my ass into a goddamn black hole. I want to see what happens. I want to see what happens when I spit out on the other side 1,000 years in the future.
Jesus.
Oh god.
I'd almost kind of be afraid of 1,000 years in the future now.
Oh yeah.
I would
It's gonna be
totally,
Mad Max times.
I would totally be
Honestly, I
fly.
might take that. I think I would do very well in time.
Dude,
I do.
Well,
all
but it's gonna suck. People don't shower in that time period.
There's people that don't shower now. What are you
I know.
talking about?
Yeah, less of them.
Joe, I had a guy walk into my shop not yesterday, on Friday, that just he made the entire shop smell of stale pee. So like Mad Max times and no one showering, you're not gonna notice because everyone's gonna stink.
No. Oh, you know what? I'll ask you. So, what is the future that you would want to be part of the least? Like out of sci-fi and every like the dystopias and everything like that. Like, which one are you like? Nope, absolutely not.
Aliens.
Dune.
Really?
Dune.
I think I'm
Dune?
kind of with him
You
on
wouldn't want to be
Dune.
part of Dune. Dune is pretty fucking easy.
Wait a minute, is Dune in the future, or is Dune like kind
Yes,
of like
Dune
Star
is
Wars
Dune,
where it's
Dune
in
is
the
in the
past?
no,
future.
Dune is canonically in the future of Earth.
Okay.
Yes. It depends on what time period of Dune you're talking about, because 2,000 years in the future, or not 2,000, like a few hundred years in the future, the fucking whatchamacallit wars, the not the robot wars, whatever.
Ice Wars, Clone Wars.
No, that they basically man-made robot, and robot rise up and take over
Like
humanity.
iRobot?
But
Like
worse,
Skynet?
worse.
Man, y'all playing some fucking checkers. I'm out here playing chess. Fucking Warhammer 40K.
Oh yeah,
You know
no,
what? Actually, you know what? The Warhammer
That's to me that's the
AI.
worst.
I mean, I wouldn't want
See,
to live.
I've
I wouldn't
never
want to live in
played Warhammer 40K, so
Okay, I'm gonna summarize it. Everything, including your allies, wants to kill you.
I was gonna say the best way to describe Warhammer 40K is just the future, and it's just a David Cronenberg film.
No, well, I mean, kind of, but if you're lucky, your existence is you work inside of a hive city, never see sunlight. Your rations are probably made of people, and you're probably going to end up dying in some kind of nuclear explosion. And that's if you're lucky. You know, that's if you don't end up in the hands of chaos or the fucking dark space elves or become fucking biofuel for a tyrannid. Like
Hey everybody, I want to take a moment to talk about our new sponsor, W Energy. If you're tired of the usual energy drinks packed with fillers and artificial ingredients, W Energy is here to change the game. They've created a clean energy formula that is free from maltodextrin, artificial coloring, and unnecessary additives. What sets W apart is their focus on cognitive performance. Their unique blend includes vitamins and nootropics, with the star ingredient being Neurofactor. This patented extract from high-quality coffee cherries has been clinically shown to boost brain performance so you can stay sharp and energized throughout your day. And here's the best part. You can enjoy all of this without breaking the bank. If you're ready for that big energy boost, head over to their website and use code SCIENCE at checkout to get 10% off your order. That's SCIENCE and get 10% off of every order. And it lets them know that we sent you. A big thank you to W Energy for giving us the extra kick we need and for sponsoring today's show.
Or you also, even on the human side, let's say that you commit a minor fucking crime. You've now been selected to become a servitor because they don't believe in intelligent computers. They take your skull, they take your brain, and they turn you into a fucking doorknob.
Okay, so like I hear servitor and all I think of is like the game Destiny.
It just made me
No,
think of
not
a
that kind.
transformer.
I
No,
know not that
I'm a,
kind, but
I'm gonna send you what a servitor looks like and tell me if that existence looks like it's like it's fun. So these are the lucky ones who still
Lord have
retain their
mercy.
bodies.
To be honest, I wouldn't want to.
So you got that, and your brain is pretty much just constantly in pain. You might even get turned into a servitor as a present because they're like, "Oh, you're so excellent." The unlucky
Oh.
ones don't even get to keep their bodies; they just are floating skulls.
That thing is a straight up just 1980s body horror. That is a David Crow. You know what that is? Does anyone else remember that 1980s movie called Virus about the roach?
yes.
Yep, that's exactly it.
Yeah, no,
Yep.
I'm good. I'm good. Okay, but like okay, on the flip side, going, let's flip that around. What dystopian or futuristic
Fallout.
I knew somebody was gonna say Fallout.
Hands fucking down. If I had to pick a dystopian future to live in, motherfucking Fallout.
Mm.
Why Fallout?
Because out of everything I've seen that's like dystopian future based, Fallout, like the Fallout series, yeah, you have your little factions and your bullshit here and there, but there's never this overarching fucking like world.
Awfulness.
Yeah, there's no fucking Skynet or fucking, you know, it's just a war destroyed the world and everyone's just trying to survive.
It would be Star Trek.
That's not a dystopia.
It-
That's a
Yeah,
utopia.
they'll say Star
That's a
Trek's more of a
utopia.
utopia.
You're on the other
Are
edge.
you talking about a video game?
Not just any dystopian universe.
Gears,
If you're living in the neutral zone,
Gears of War.
I'm gonna go to literature. I'm gonna say, oh my god, what the fuck is the title of that book? It's Aldous Huxley.
Elysium.
Gears of War, Halo.
Elysium.
No, Brave New
I can
World,
see you as a grunt newt.
Yeah.
where like you get divided into the different factions, and like as long as you're an alpha, you got it pretty good.
Gears of
So-
War.
Yeah.
Gears of War is one. I mean, obviously, Hunger Games. Obviously,
See, I'm weird. I would be in like a Terra Nova. If you guys have ever seen that show.
Ooh,
A good one.
dystopian. Another dystopian future is the Divergent series.
Oh, see,
Ooh,
now that would be
Divergent's
Divergent
better
would be.
than
Yeah, you get pretty good. I'll raise you the equilibriums. I'll be the equilibrium.
I was gonna say that
universe.
was literally my next one was Equilibrium.
Never watched it.
Fucking grammaton clerics. Whew.
What's the one?
Who
with
wins in
Ethan,
a fight?
What's the one with Ethan Hawke and Sam Neill where they're all vampires?
Daybreakers.
Kind of.
You know
So
what would be a cool one to live in? Dinotopia. Do you
Yes,
remember
oh
those
my God.
books?
And I'm like, All right, maybe not. I'm gonna go Terra Nova instead.
Hold on, I
Oh.
got a question for John.
But
John,
Dinotopia would be amazing as somebody who dinosaurs. Yeah.
John, who wins in a fight? Grammaton Cleric Christian Bale or John Wick?
Are you talking about the Guntada guy, Christian Bale? Okay.
I would say probably Cleric Christian
think?
Bale. Honestly, man, with his lethal precision, I mean, dude, this guy's shooting people without looking at them.
He does have aimbot on.
Like,
He
I
really
mean,
does. Motherfucker's got Cronus installed.
I'm just saying, Bale's taking that one. Sorry, Mr. Wick. I mean, unless if he shoots him in the face, I don't know. John Wick's got the bulletproof suit, so
Oh.
Yeah.
This is gonna sound bad.
that might play to his advantage. But I would also think the cleric has armor-piercing rounds.
When the hell did they make so many Dinotopias?
Dinotopia is a huge book series.
Oh, and I've got you. I've got you
I
guys.
know, but the movie, I wasn't expecting that.
I've got you guys beat on dystopian future-based anything.
What?
Judge Dredd.
Ooh. Wait, hold
I don't
on.
know if I'd want to live
Judge
in Judge
Dredd,
Dredd's world.
Keith Urban, Judge Dredd comic, or Judge Dredd Stallone?
Oh, I mean, both movies and comic. I mean, they're all based on an extreme dystopian future. Where
They
it's
are,
run by
but
a police
some
force.
are worse than others.
The comic is so much worse
Yeah,
than
the
all of the
comics
movies.
definitely worse. I mean, but like, you get what I'm saying. Like that
Yeah.
particular series, in my opinion, takes any kind of dystopian future based movie series, comic, anything. It really does take the cake for me. And it's
I don't know if I'd want to live in that.
it's a household name.
Yeah.
Everybody
Judge
like
Judge Dredd though is just fucking Warhammer 40K light. Like you just don't have aliens yet.
even though it came before.
Did it?
I think they came around
40K's been around for a while.
I'll tell you. 40K establishment date. September of 1987. So 1987. Judge Dredd. 1977 was Judge Dredd's first appearance.
Thank you.
Oh wow. Okay. Well
Look
done.
at that. That was well done. Well done, John. I'm proud of you for that.
He was like, "Yeah, I know."
I am the law.
Don't.
I heard you in your room and you broke your mic and it didn't come through. I heard Snoop go, "I am the law," and I just hear John in his room go, "I am the law." But it was so loud.
Let me see if I can do my impression. I am the law.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'll be the first to say it. I preferred Carl Urban's Judge Dredd movie over the original with Stallone.
It was so good. It was so good.
Oh, it was more realistic.
Also, Mama was a better boss. Like
Mama.
Yeah.
Yep.
I feel like the version they made with Stallone was very comic accurate for the suits and the whole, like, they did a very good job. I'm not saying it's bad
I mean,
at all.
that was the point. That was the point of that Judge Dredd, was to be comic accurate.
Yeah. But it was very much the original comics comic accurate, and then they brought in Carl Urban's Judge Dredd, and that was much more of like the original, like dark, like the original, not the original, but it was like the newer
comic, but the original feel of the comic.
Right, and the original, and they definitely pulled from some of the newer Dredd comic books and newer Dredd like storylines, but it still turned out really, really good.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Tell me that someone puffing some slow mo doesn't look stupid as fuck to someone like you and me that aren't high on slow mo.
Yes.
They're just like moving their hands slow as fuck. You're like, what are you doing, bro?
Yeah, that's Dickel in that black hole. She's looking stupid as fuck. Well, we're just like, what is he doing?
I will stand by the fact that I will throw myself into a black hole just to see what's on the other end of it.
Yeah.
And we're back to this.
Okay. On tangent off of the Judge Dredd. So we can all agree that the Lawmaker is probably the best pistol in all of sci-fi.
I don't know. Hellboy has got quite the
Hellboy has
pistol.
one pistol that he has to load multiple rounds into. The Lawmaker can do everything off of one magazine.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Any of y'all a fan of fans?
Fan of what?
Star Wars?
Yeah, of course.
I'm gonna
No, we're a
segue
bunch
here.
of fucking nerds that don't watch Star Wars.
First of
I don't
all,
want.
first
Hold
of
on.
all,
I don't watch Star Wars.
first of all, Jango Fett's blasters. Second of all, RoboCop's pistol.
Jango
Ooh.
Fett's blasters aren't
Robocop's
aren't
pistol.
even the best blasters in fucking Star
He took
Wars.
he took that rhinoceros down. Okay, listen. In a zombie apocalypse, I want those two blasters and a lightsaber. Thank you.
Speaking
be
of
fair-
lightsabers, I just watched that video.
Oh
So
God,
zombie
the one where the
apocalypse.
chicks with the what is it, Mike Cakes, where the chick sticks a lightsaber down her throat?
Yup, and you can
Oh,
watch
yep.
it light
Stick
up
it out
her
her.
throat.
It's
Oh wow, look at that.
look at it again.
Oh.
It's sticking out of her.
Yeah, look at-
Oh,
look
Yeah,
at
do you
it
see
again,
the
y'all.
flash in her? You see the flash in her crotch? That was
Yeah.
fucking classy. I like that. That's funny as fuck. All right, that's funny
You're
as shit.
welcome. You're welcome.
So yes on the lightsaber, but however, not the blasters from Jango Fett. I want a bowcaster.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
I want a Wookiee bowcaster.
You just love recoil, don't you?
Jango Fett's blasters have like a renewable like energy source, so they never run out of ammunition.
I don't think any of the blasters actually run out of ammunition.
Yeah, they do.
They do. They do.
Oh, I did not know that.
His canonically do not run out of ammo.
That must be nice.
So me being a nerd here,
And why I would literally just back myself into a corner and just
Just like the fucking bounty hunter video game.
right. Exactly. I just downloaded that the other day and it literally looks no fucking different than when I played
I know.
it on
It's
GameCube.
trash.
I was like, this is depresso.
That's sad.
So the blasters in Star Wars are gas based, and the colors depend on how expensive and better quality the gas is. So red is the lowest quality. Blue is generally used to disrupt electronics, and then green is the most expensive, and it's the most powerful. So, and yellow is kind of it's like a step above red, but just barely.
Huh. Look at you knowing things.
I'm a nerd.
Well,
I
it's
know
Star Wars. It's his fucking.
It's my tism.
I honestly like that stuff. I didn't know. That's probably kind of cool. I always thought that the Star Wars blasters just worked on a self-recharging battery kind of thing. So when they kind of ran out, they just recharged after like 20
so
seconds.
you know like the oh my god, what the fucking is the planet that Lando's in charge of?
Oh, Bespin?
Bespin. So Bespin, that's what they're primarily mining, is the gas that is used to fuel everything.
You fucking nerd.
But yeah, so that's why in like the Clone Wars, all the clones have blue blaster bolts because their rifles are designed to take down droids.
I mean, that makes sense.
And then
it's funny when George Lucas does things for screen purposes and then just makes it canon for legitimate reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Like giving Mace Windu a purple lightsaber.
Yep.
That says badass motherfucker on the hilt.
Yes.
It does.
Or the pommel.
Does it really?
It does. It's wild.
Yeah.
The backstory on how they legitimized Mace Windu getting his lightsaber to be a different color is wild.
Yeah, wasn't it that like Mace Windu was such a badass that he basically just willed it to be purple?
Nope. So what happened was he went to the planet where they all go to get their crystals from, but instead of harvesting it from like the crystals in the cave, he ended up just getting into a fight with living crystal creatures. One of them gets crushed. He uses the force to kind of put the dude back together, and out of gratefulness, that dude just fucking like gives him a piece of himself.
Jesus.
He's
Okay
like,
then.
dude.
But yeah, one of the things when they had Sam Jackson, one of his requirements, one of the things he asked was that on the pommel of his lightsaber, they had it inscribed with "badass motherfucker" or just BAMF, and he has it at his house now.
I mean, I respect it.
Well, because that
I'm-
was that was a nod to his Pulp Fiction character.
That I did like that part. Yeah.
He's responsible for one of my all-time favorite interviews, where like the Django interview, where the guy's like, they'll use the N-word. What word? No, November. Like, and he's just like, say it. It's okay. I'll say it with you. And he's like, I don't
Oh,
want to
yeah.
say it.
I don't want to say it. Why? Say it. Say it. Say it.
Just how to destroy your fucking your interviewer.
Dude,
It's like
him
the
and
time the dude who was interviewing Keanu Reeves called him fucking Ted instead of Bill.
no, so that's funny, but Sam Jackson and what the fuck? Oh god, what's his name? I just lost this motherfucker's name, the most noticeable voice outside of James Earl Jones and all of fucking Hollywood, and I just lost this motherfucker's name in my brain.
Quilters.
He played God in Bruce Almighty.
Oh, yeah.
And Freeman.
Thank you, Morgan Freeman.
Mhm.
Morgan Freeman has some of the best like fucking in like the early 2000s and like late 90s and shit, all the way up to I want to say like 2012. He had some of the best interviews where he just shit on people when they said something stupid.
Oh yeah.
Like,
So go look. So do me a favor. So it's a fun fact I learned about Morgan Freeman, but if you pay attention, go look at his like pictures of his face, specifically
Morgan.
his ears.
all right, what about Morgan Freeman's ears?
Okay, so you notice that he has the same pair of earrings almost every photo of him in like regular clothing, not in a movie.
Yeah.
Those earrings are worth enough money by pawn standard to have his body shipped anywhere around the world back to his home.
Oh,
He
okay.
wears them at all times so that if he dies and he's traveling, they can be sold and he can get his body back home.
Jesus, so they have to be
Jesus Christ.
solid 24 karat gold and weigh a ton.
You're
All right, Morgan Freeman, I see you.
Will you stop licking my damn fingers? Get away.
Okay.
My damn chihuahua. Like I was eating a
Damn
snack.
chihuahua.
So he wears two. One to buy the coffin, the other to pay the other to pay to have him sent somewhere.
The other to pay for
Yep.
shipping and handling.
Literally. And like the reason he
It's
does
why
it.
sailors wear them, and that's
Yo.
why I do.
Yep, literally that's
God
exactly.
damn.
That's
That's
fucking
pretty
that's
funny.
sick. I respect the hell out of that.
Well, with that fun fact about Morgan Freeman, thank you everybody for coming out and hanging out with us. This went all over the place.
Yeah.
I appreciate episodes like this where it goes all over the
ADHD
place.
podcast. Before we
I-
go, let us remind you all that we have our lovely sponsor, W Energy.
Yes, you can use code SCIENCE, get 10% off your orders. Not just 10% off your first order, not just 10% off your second one, 10% off every order you place. You can use the code SCIENCE and get that.
Let's see.
Percentage
Hold
off.
on. Can our guest Striker? Can you spell science for everybody?
No.
I bet you couldn't. SCIENCE. Science.
I love how you fucked it up too. You went SI. But yes, go check out www.gg. You can use that code SCIENCE for 10% off your orders. Make sure to check out. Well, I don't see. It's hard to say. The reason we don't do a lot of this at the end because we mentioned one sponsor at the end. We don't always mention the second sponsor because it's hard to mention. Because I don't want you to call the Southeastern Carolina like recovery group that sponsors us. But, you know, if you feel as though you should, give them a call. They're pretty good people.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, yes, go check our sponsors out. They're great. Go and check out all the episodes. Rate us 5 stars on Spotify or wherever else you listen to us, because it really helps us out. Actually, really helps us out, especially at this point in time. And then go check out our videos at youtube.com/@DTFYT. And you can check out all of our videos with new gaming content that's coming out. And we're working on getting more out, which just my computer's deciding to die. But anyway, we'll see everybody next week. Thank you. Bye.